It's time to get real with Eddie, here to help you understand the changing real estate market and meet your real estate goals. Over 19 years in the business. 2018 Realtor of the Year of Three Rivers, past president of the Three Rivers Association of Realtors, past director at Illinois Realtors and team lead of the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner. Here's Eddie Ruettiger.
And we are here Tuesday at noon. It's Get Real with Eddie. Here in the studio with me, of course, is Nancy Vallee from the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner, and myself, Eddie Ruettiger. Nancy, how are you?
I'm well. How are you? Well, getting better.
Are you getting better?
Yeah, I'm dragging stuff. You know how colds just kind of hang on?
Yeah. You didn't sound that bad last week, but it just seems like it was just one of those ones that won't go away.
Yeah. It's one of those just draggy, naggy, you know.
Yeah, trust me, I know. We got it before Christmas, and it was just...
Well, I had it in October, and I finally got rid of it around Christmas. I was feeling better, and then the grandkid got me sick again.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
You gotta love grandkids.
I love my grandchildren.
Uh-huh.
Good thing they're cute.
So, let's kick off with something a little different for us. 5 commercial real estate design trends for 2024.
Well, let's take a look.
So this...
If you share with me, I can look too.
Oh, hey, maybe I'll do that.
That would be extra special.
Well, you know, I get in here, I get the camera set up, I get everything set up.
I know, I just waltz in
and
like I own the joint. You betcha.
So, first trend, wellness-focused workspaces. So that is kind of a cool thing where, you know, they're looking at companies are prioritizing wellness, retrofits, and even earning certifications for these.
Yeah, I think, you know, that is a positive outcome from
COVID. Well, it makes sense.
Is that employers are taking a look at workspaces and trying to keep the environment healthier.
Well, I don't think it's just COVID. I think what they're realizing is if they can create a healthy work environment, it's going to increase productivity.
Absolutely.
And it's going to decrease absentee rates.
But I think that was all... I think employers were looking at that, but COVID helped push it.
Oh, I agree. I think you're right. COVID definitely did help push the concept, for sure. But it was definitely getting looked at prior and has been a huge aspect post-COVID.
Absolutely.
So,
just like working from home.
Yes, working from home.
Flex hours, that kind of thing. Really, COVID really pushed that into the forefront.
So turnkey labs is another thing. A growing number of life science companies are expanding their commercial footprints as they look into advancing research and development. They are seeking greater flexibility within their spaces, and they're seeing this concept of current turnkey lab, where I think it's more of a concept where you can kind of come and go as you please. You know, SGA Point's wellness technology firm lab built out. The space is easily adaptable to make room for startups in there. So it's a very versatile space also. Mm-hmm. So definitely another thing is these turnkey labs. Vacant offices getting retrofitted. Now we're seeing this all over the place.
Oh, yeah. This is big right now.
Because commercial office space, because of the stay-at-home movement and work-from-home movement, commercial office space is at a low demand.
Yes.
But you still need stuff for different kinds of environments, engineering locations and pharmaceutical companies and research labs, things like that, where they do need to be in location. Yes. You're getting that retrofitted over to that type of environment a lot.
In fact, my husband works for a company that's actually expanded and continues to expand. But they're they're engineer testing company. So they have actually expanded into other buildings.
Well, and it's brought down the cost, so they could do the expansion, because some of those retail spaces or office spaces were going to a premium price, and now that's opened up so much more real estate. We've even seen a trend where they're moving into residential, some of those spaces, and converting over to like residential condos and stuff like that.
Sure.
So Sustainable life sciences are heading into the city. That's something that's a little bit different. We haven't seen a lot of. And again, I think that goes to the commercial aspects of the office space opening up. So you're seeing new office spaces in New York and stuff, bringing in more life sciences that are traditionally more office space oriented aspects. So that is a big aspect. So it's interesting to see what's going on the commercial sector and how the sector has been getting such a bad rap. And I don't think it's really there's one part of the sector that's having a struggle.
Yeah.
And that is the commercial office space.
Yes, but there's so much other types of office, of commercial space.
Manufacturing, cold storage.
Oh my gosh.
Is huge right now. Huge.
So there's going to be more of a shift in repurposing.
I agree. I think that's what you're seeing. And, you're seeing some of the costs related to that come into play, but I think overall the sector it held up pretty well in 2023. I know there was a lot of people worried that it was going to cause some major aspects and problems within the real estate sector itself, but we've actually seen a pretty decent hold up in the sector.
Yeah.
So, all right. So flipping back over to residential, some more information about buying a house and the non-financial benefits, turning a house into a happy home. So, because it's just not about the money. Let's be honest, folks.
Well, nothing illustrates it more than what we just went through the holidays. Come on, who doesn't, love cozying up at home? Hot chocolate, a blanket, loved ones.
That's pretty much what we did on New Year's Day. It was the kid wanted to go see Grandma and Grandpa. He was spending the night anyways, because we both had to work the next day. We had last week's radio show, and my wife had to get up. She had to work on the 2nd, and he went over to Grandma and Grandpa's and spent the night.
Mm-hmm.
We literally sat in bed on New Year's Day, just me and her, binge watching Netflix.
Isn't that fun?
And she's like, "Do you want hot chocolate?" And we're drinking hot chocolate. And she went and got a massage last Monday, and it was one of those lazy days.
We did our annual trek to Wildfire to talk about our 2023 and what we want to do in 2024 and mapping things out. So that's our little gig.
Oh, you
John
guys,
and I.
on New Year's Day, what do you want to do? And you guys go to Wildfire?
We go to Wildfire, we eat lunch, and it's like a 3-hour lunch.
Oh, really?
And we graze. We bring a ton of food home, but we start with appetizers and martinis, and we talk about what was good about 2020, the year prior, and what we want to hope to do, where we want to go, our goals for 2024, or the following year. We've been doing that for several years now.
Yeah.
And we spend the whole afternoon just pigging out and chilling, just the two of us.
See, and we kind of had that going on, too. I made, what did I make last week? I made a teriyaki chicken. But I made it in the crock pot.
Oh, yeah.
It's something I've never tried before. I make teriyaki chicken for lunch all the time. But last week I made it in the crock pot.
Anything in the crock pot is wonderful.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Well, and I swear to God, the teriyaki sauce from Aldi's is the best teriyaki sauce.
I'll have to try it.
I'm not kidding you. It's on the end cap. You'll see it next to some of the other sauces. Like they got a buffalo, and they got the general sauce, whatever that is.
General sauce.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that they'll have that over there. But for some reason, I've looked and I figured out why. All the other teriyaki sauces I've seen out there, really high in salt, very salty.
Very salty, yeah.
Aldi's brand
is less salt.
Very low salt.
Oh.
At least, in comparison, there's a lot less salt.
I'll have to check that out because soy sauce, teriyaki sauce, all those are very high in salt. So I'll try to steer clear.
Yeah, so their teriyaki sauce is a lot. It does not, all of the huge salt taste when we tried other sauces. That one we pretty much love. It's really close to a restaurant
I used to
teriyaki.
go to Aldi all the time when my kids were little, and I just got out of the habit of going.
Oh, I love it Aldi.
I like Meijer.
I like Aldi's, and Menards are like a staple for me. My wife even bought me a shirt that says I like long romantic walks at Menards.
We will go to any home improvement store and just, it's stupid how we wander around home improvement stores.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So one of those things, getting back into the housing and, proud of things, the benefits of ownership is, being proud of the accomplishment, first off. You own a home.
Yeah. Oh, and you know what? I love my home now. I love our house. I wake up in the morning very thankful we have the house we have. I love our house.
I mean, so that is a major milestone, is buying it. And then, the nice thing is then you get to design it. What do you want to decorate? How do you want to decorate it?
Yeah. What do you want to do?
We have, we'll be taking down Christmas this week, because we take down after January 6th.
We have one more Christmas.
You
on
got
the 13th.
On the 13th?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're almost there.
Almost there. Then it's all coming down.
And I have a funny feeling that a lot of the stuff going back into the curio cabinet this year, because I have my snow village that goes into there, a lot of the stuff that's going to be going in there is going to be my wife's Lego sets. And that's going to be our home decor. And guess what? We get to do that because it's our house.
That's right. It's your house.
So
it's what you dig. It's the colors and the design and whatever.
But
go be great.
It's
your house.
She's putting these Legos together and a TIE fighter and working on an X-Wing and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, whatever knocks her out.
Yeah, it's fun. There is nothing wrong with Legos. It's kind of fun.
So the next aspect is you can find a space to meet your needs. Whether you're more room in, you're changing lifestyle, whatever you want to do, you can make a home work for you and your evolving needs. That's the beautiful thing about it.
You might need more storage. You might need more bedrooms. You might want to entertain more. You might want to whatever. Again, whatever your lifestyle is. Maybe it's closing the curtains and having a movie space. Your own home theater. How cool is that?
And that gets into customizing your surroundings. Maybe you want a yoga studio.
Yeah.
Maybe you need the private office.
Yes.
What do you need to make things work? What do you need for your surroundings? And that's the true aspect of it.
Oh,
so
it's the beauty of owning your own home.
Yes. So moving in on that, if you're retiring soon, why moving may be the perfect next step. And this kind of gets into, I think, a little bit of the downsizing aspect and lowering that maintenance. How long have you been in your house? Let's be honest.
Yeah. I mean, right sizing. It's all about right sizing. And again, what your lifestyle was previous to retirement versus what it's going to be when you retire could be two different things.
The average time frame in a house, all right, from 1985 to 2008.
I thought these were really interesting numbers.
Was 6 years. On average, the average person stayed in a house 6 years. The time frame switched in 2009 after the recession started. I didn't say finished, but after it started, to 9.2 years.
Well, after the crash.
After the crash. That's a good way to look at it. So.
And part of that was, I would call it almost forced, because a lot of people were belly up on their...
Upside down.
I call it.
But even up in the last couple years.
It continues. We've more than gained equity on houses now, and people still aren't moving.
Well, you look at 2021, where houses were flying off the shelf, and the average time frame in your house only dropped down to 8 years.
Yeah.
It didn't go back down to 6 or 5. Like 1985 is the lowest at 5 years. Average person was 5 years. And then all the way up to 08. 6 years, 6 years, 6 years you were moving on average. It's pretty much almost 10 years now, even
Yeah.
the last 2
It's
years.
basically double.
It's 10 years. People are staying in their house
Yeah.
a lot longer. So that makes a big difference in your equity.
In
Yeah.
inventory, in equity. Yeah.
Yeah. So
A lot
when,
can happen in 10 years.
when you look at your equity gains, all right, on average, since 1991, 306.43%.
Say that number again, just because.
Since 1991, the average price growth over time from 91 is 306.43%.
Yeah, 300.
So your house is worth basically 3 times what it was worth when you originally bought it. 3 times. So if you bought your house for $100,000, it's now worth $300,000.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. In 1991, house would probably cost about $100,000.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, basically.
I mean, there's huge advantages.
Yeah, all that extra. So now you can turn around and use it to put towards where you want to be.
Yeah. I mean, you can look at doing a situation where you're going to have a lower down payment, or not a lower house payment, because you're going to have a huge down payment.
Yep.
You can look at also, growing a business. There's so much you can do with your equity. But honestly, for retiring, the question comes into play is, do you really want to be maintenance? And we've talked about this because you guys are kind of on that fringe bubble.
Yep.
You've talked about moving, but you're not ready to give up the pool. You're not ready to give up the backyard.
Right. And we're, knock on wood, very thankful, healthy enough to be able to keep up with it.
And keep up with it. Yeah, because yours is a 4-bedroom, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you got a 4-bedroom, 2-story.
2.5 bath, 2-story home,
Yes, full basement
full basement
with a 3-car garage.
with a 3-car garage.
So that's a pretty
And-
big house.
Like a half acre.
Yeah, and your backyard is pretty huge.
Our backyard is ginormous.
Yeah,
And because it's a park, basically, it's maintenance. It's heavy maintenance.
yeah.
Because of all the landscaping and stuff.
Mm-hmm. That comes into play huge.
Though I really want a bocce court back there. On the one side of the house, I really want a bocce court.
And why don't you have a bocce court?
Because I haven't put it in yet.
Oh, okay. I love bocce ball.
I do too. And I know we'd play if we had it. But we've been going back and forth about it. How long you want to stay, and do you want to dump 10 grand into a bocce court?
Is it really 10 grand?
I bet I could get it cheaper.
I mean, honestly, what is it? It's
It's a straight court. You got to dig it out. You got to put make sure it's level. Put the stuff in it.
and it's usually sand,
Make sure
right?
and make sure it's draining properly and all that.
Yeah.
That's really what it's about, draining the
There's the
yard
drainage.
properly.
Yeah, the drainage, because that way it's not.
Right. You want it to drain properly, and you want to drain it, especially with we got the pool and all the trees and shrubs and the hot tub and all the other stuff out there.
It's 2 things that I love to play that I don't get to play enough, and that's bocce ball
Yeah, I love bocce.
and croquet.
And croquet.
Yeah.
We have a croquet set. We don't. When I was a kid, we played croquet all the time, but
Yeah.
we don't that much.
Don't know. We don't. You don't.
We have Nerf wars more than that.
Did I tell you about the pillow fight that turned into Nerf? I think we talked about this, right?
Uh-uh.
So I think I was out showing houses, and my son started a pillow fight with my wife.
Nice.
And out of nowhere, all right,
Yeah.
he goes, "Wait, don't move!" Runs into his bedroom,
Gets a pillow.
starts rummaging through his closet, and comes back on my wife with a Nerf gun and just
Oh, that's
starts
hilarious.
unloading. She's like, "What the?" So that was the highlight of 2023.
Was the Nerf war.
It's not the Nerf war. It's the fact that he goes, "Don't move. Wait here.
Yeah. Wait, so I could shoot you.
I have a plan." Because that kid always has a plan.
That's hilarious.
Speaking of somebody that may have or may not have a plan, let's see what Channahon's doing number-wise. Median sales price, $380,000 November over November.
Yeah, this is November. We should be getting December pretty soon.
We should.
Hopefully next show.
I want to do a whole wrap up like we usually do. Probably let's do the first show in February.
Yeah.
We'll just straight numbers for communities.
Yeah.
So we'll do
Well, then we'll have all the numbers.
We should have all the numbers in.
All the numbers in.
So we can look and see who did what and how things went. So we'll look in February to do that.
Yeah.
$380,000 median sales price. Average sales price $398,199, up 13%. Percentage of original list price received 98.5, down 0.7. Average market time in Channahon 69 days. That's kind of high.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a horrible number, but that's one of the higher numbers we've seen. That's up 68.3%. But there was only 15 closings. So I'm thinking, based on that number, we had one oddball or two oddballs that had a really high number.
Yeah.
And the rest of them were actually lower.
Yeah. Like a new build or two.
Could be.
Something.
Could be, or could have just
skewed, or the opposite end.
The ugly duckling.
The ugly duckling.
Yeah. That needed a lot of work and a lot of stuff.
So it kind of sat for a little bit.
Yeah, it sat. So inventory, 28 homes in Channahon available at the end of November.
It just blows my mind.
Flipping over to the 12-month trend, giving you a better aspect of where we're at for the year. $373,000 in a median price. Average sales price in the 12 months, $375,000, $729. Both are a 9.7% increase over the last 12 months. Percentage of original list price received is 99.8%. And average market time, I think this gives a better indication, 46 days.
Yeah.
So that's still up 15%, but better than the 68.3.
And that sounds about right. You get it. You could even have a really higher priced or a brand new home that would have.
And I think here's
that.
The Channahon's got a weakness here, and this is they're starting to get some prices that are pretty much up there when it comes to median sales price on a single family. I don't think they have enough condos, duplexes, attached housing.
They do not have attached.
They don't, and they need that. They need that as an option, or they're going to see a problem moving into the future. Only 2 new attached listings in November, 1 closed sale, 1 under contract. Median sales price was $335,000, which happened to be the same as an increase over last year because there was nothing sold last year, 0. So you've got nothing to go on. We look at the trailing 12, gives you a better reading. $314,500, up 3%. $316,345 on the average for the trailing 12. So the numbers are playing out pretty well in Channahon. I definitely could see some duplexes, townhouse development. You can come in, and I think you would have a nice market and open up.
They need to broaden their horizons.
Yeah, otherwise they're going to be a very knit community where you're going to have people moving out because they can't afford to stay there if they don't have some other options. That's going to be
or people just not moving
back in. Yeah, and then you get an aging aspect, and you'll start seeing prices drop. So that could be a concern. So definitely need to see some more development.
Need a variety. Balance. It's all about balance.
It is about balance, that's for sure. All right, when we get back after the break, let's talk about, those experts, and they're quoting their 2024 housing market forecasts.
Dum, dum, dum.
Dum, dum, dum. Keep it here with Get Real with Eddie.
Consider joining the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner as a realtor. We offer a supportive and collaborative environment for our members and are currently expanding our team. Our focus is on training and education to ensure that our members are equipped with the knowledge and skills necessary to serve their clients successfully. At the Ruettiger Group, we are committed to helping our members develop both professionally and personally. Our ultimate goal is to support our members in achieving their goals and making a positive impact in the real estate industry and in the lives of their clients. Our founder, Eddie, believes in teaching members how to serve their clients, family, and community, rather than just generating a commission for the brokerage. He emphasizes the importance of being capable of going out on your own and receiving an amazing return on your value. To learn more about becoming a part of our team, please contact Eddie at the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner. Call Eddie at 815-823-5478. Again, 815-823-5478.
It's Eddie Ruettiger from the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner and Get Real with Eddie. I want to bring to your attention the Herbert Trackman Planetarium at Joliet Junior College. My son loves this. They offer free shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. It's perfect for stargazers. The show provides excellent astronomical instruction and entertainment for no charge. That's right, it is free on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. The planetarium features a 30-foot diameter dome, a new OmniStar digital planetarium projector. During the shows, you can enjoy sky tours using the projector and PowerPoint presentations covering a wide range of astronomical topics. For more information, please visit jjc.edu/planetarium. And for you educators out there, they are open for field trip bookings. So go to jjc.edu/planetarium.
Eddie Ruettiger, a licensed and experienced realtor with 22 years of success in the industry, is the team lead of the Ruettiger Group, associated with Baird and Warner. Eddie has assisted innumerable residents of the area in making informed decisions regarding real estate matters. What sets Eddie and his team apart is their personalized approach that prioritizes your needs. They empower you with the right tools, information, and guidance to make the best decisions for you and your family. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in a property, Eddie provides you with the insights and resources to make a sound decision. At the Ruettiger Group, you are always in charge, and your needs are paramount. Eddie's team believes in educating their clients and helping them navigate the complex real estate landscape with ease. So, if you're in need of a reliable, experienced, and trustworthy real estate partner, look no further than Eddie Ruettiger and the Ruettiger Group at Baird and Warner. Find out more by calling Eddie at 815-823-5478. That's 815-823-LIST, or visit yourdwellings.com.
The face for radio, the heart for real estate. It's Get Real with Eddie.
Welcome back to Get Real with Eddie. All right, housing forecasts 2024. What do you think they're going to say? The market's going to crash? Not. I'm guessing inventory is going to maybe loosen up a little bit, but not like. But as interest rates fall, our market's going to heat back up again. I agree. Yeah, I think we're going to see more sales this year. I think we're going to probably be at about 4 million for 2023. It's going to be awfully close. I think we might just cross over the 4 million in total sales. I think for this year we're going to be closer to 5 million for 2024. I think we're going to see
2024.
I think we'll see 5 million nationally.
I don't know. There's a lot of pressure. For that.
We're seeing some inventory come up, and with the rates coming down, I think inventory is going to increase. Don't get me wrong. Demand is going to increase exponentially too.
Yes.
But I think overall we'll be good.
But demand is not a bad thing in and of itself. We need the inventory because then that'll ungun the works.
We need the supply.
People need to move.
We need the supply. That's the issue, is the supply. Mark Fleming, chief economist, First American, explains mortgage rates have already retreated from recent perks near 8% and may fall further. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's.
I'm thinking they will.
I'm thinking they will too. So I think this is going to be a lot on the rates. Let's see what they say. Jessica Lutz, deputy chief economist, the National Association of Realtors. For home buyers who are taking on mortgage to purchase a home and have been worrying of the autumn rise in mortgage rates, the market is turning more favorable, and there should be optimism entering 2024 for a better market. Okay?
I'm optimistic.
2023 wasn't a horrible market. It was challenging. It was challenging. It was challenging. It just wasn't horrible. So
no, it wasn't horrible. It was just challenging.
So Lisa Severant, chief economist at Bright MLS, says supply will loosen up in 2024. Even homeowners who have been characterized as being locked in to low rates will increasingly find that changing family, and financial circumstances will lead to more moves and more new listings over the course of the year, particularly as rates move closer to 6.5%. And I think that's the biggest aspect that I keep looking at. Life cannot be put on pause forever.
No.
And that's what we're looking at, is life's on pause.
And that's why you see it 6.5%. I think people will be able to let go. These people that have the 3% rates, they'll be able to, as we move closer to even 5%.
Yeah, because they didn't lose. They're still going to have a good equity to put down.
Right.
So what's going to come down to is, it's not going to come down to the rate. It's going to come down to cash flow.
Yes.
All right. I may be selling my house, buying a new house. I might be paying more for the house. Might have a higher interest rate, but because of the amount of money I'm putting down, my monthly cash flow is more positive. I'm actually
It will offset that.
I'm offsetting it. Yes. So I'm actually keeping an extra $200 in my pocket this now monthly.
Yeah.
And I think
that's the sweet spot.
That's the sweet spot.
That's
That's
the
what they're
sweet
looking
spot.
for. So Fannie Mae surveyed over 100 economists. On average, the panel anticipates home price growth to clock in at 5.9% in 2023 and be followed slower growth in 2024 and 2025 with 2.4 and 2.7% respectively.
I think that's a little conservative.
I think that's conservative also. I really do. I think it'll be better than 3%.
Yeah,
Close.
I would agree with
I think
that.
it's going to be
3 to 4%.
I think it's going to be 3 to 4%. So, but we had Joe Madrano on here, and Joe was thinking it was going to be 5% for this year. He was very
Yeah, he was very committed.
Altos Research is we're going into 2024 with slight home prices gains. Slight home prices gains? I think we're better than
slight home price gains.
I think we're better than slight though.
Oh, they were
five-
saying 2%. No, I
We're
think
gonna be-
3 to 4. I don't know if 5's pretty aggressive,
I think historically 3% is normal.
but
So if we're at 5, that's a huge gain.
and depending on the average, I would say 3 to 4%. I mean, are you going to get 5% on some of the houses? Yeah.
We're
Or
looking
some
at
of the neighborhoods. Yeah.
I think we're looking at 8s and 9s in our markets. So for 2023.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, to say that that's a slight home gain going into 2024,
Well, compared to what we have had, like the 9% going down to 5%,
I still think that's strong.
it's still a good strong gain.
It is a strong gain.
I'll take 5% equity gain any day.
We're going into 2024 with a slight home price gain, somewhat easing inventory contractions, slight increase in transaction volume. All in all, things are looking up for the U.S. housing market in 2024.
Yeah, I don't think the dam will burst on inventory,
No.
but do I see it loosening up a little bit? Yes, because like you said, life goes on. And once we find that sweet spot where they can use the current equity and be able to leverage the house, because it's not all about mortgage rate, it's about bottom line number.
Yes.
Finding that sweet spot.
Yes.
That's what it's about.
All right, so let's talk about 25640 Maurice Lane in Plainfield. This is a Santa Rosa model, a 2-story, 5-bedroom, 3-bath home with a 3-car garage and full basement. It has an F elevation and will be ready in April of 2024 on lot 6056. Definitely a great product to check out. Quartz countertops and wonderful cabinetry, giving you a very elegant and amazing kitchen. Once again, this is the Santa Rosa model.
It's over 3,000 square feet, so plenty of room.
I know. This is just
Ginormous.
It is a ginormous house. So, these kitchens in these properties are just downright amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, and where do you spend most of your time?
The kitchen and family room.
I mean,
Seriously, kitchen.
yeah. Granted, technically, you're in the master bedroom the most sleeping, because you should be getting 8 hours a day, but I don't.
Who gets 8 hours? Yeah.
12
That's
hours?
one of my 2024 is to try to be more protective of my sleep.
And trying to get more sleep,
Try to get more. It's about balance this year.
balance.
Yes,
So,
balance.
Oh, balance
That's
is
my
good.
word this year. Balance.
balance is good. Balance is needed and necessary. Balance is always good.
Balancing life.
Yes.
Yes.
So.
Balance.
Back onto Maurice Lane. Don't forget, this is in Creekside Crossing, across from Gregory B. Bobbitt Park and near Fort Beggs Bike Trail, Mather Woods Forest Preserve. So you've got tons of options for hiking, biking, walking, whatever your heart desires. They are looking to put in a playground at some point in 2024. So into the neighborhood. That's been a long development coming, and so that hopefully will be accomplished this year. Check it out online.
Lennar Homes. I mean, really, they're beautiful.
Yeah, give us a call,
Well made.
823-5478. Again, 815-823-5478 if you got questions on this. Again, a 5-bedroom, 3-bath home. And keep in mind that 5th bedroom is on the main level. And so is that full bath.
Yeah.
So if you're looking in-law living,
Yeah.
related living of any sort,
And you do have a loft on the second level, so you're not losing family area, common area spaces, because you can utilize that loft space.
and they've got multiple floor plans. So there's floor plans that you can check out and you can look into that would work for you. And
But I love that first floor availability option.
the first floor is huge, and you're seeing that demand getting bigger and bigger. We've talked about that with house hacking, where you've got grandkids and grandparents deciding, let's live together.
I've talked about it with my own daughter.
Yeah, let's
We've talked about it.
live together because you can save money.
Yeah.
And
and just be there.
yeah, makes things a lot easier.
Yeah.
With childcare, makes things easier with, everyday stuff.
Yeah.
So
Duplex would be optimal for us, but it's hard to find a complete whole duplex.
you can't.
Both sides.
It is very hard to find a complete whole duplex with both sides. There's no doubt about that. It is a challenge. I know some people want to even buy the duplex and have a door in between the two of them.
Yeah.
And a lot of places won't allow that. A lot of your
For safety,
for
fire
zoning,
safety.
fire safety and zoning. Yeah, they won't allow that to happen.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting concept that's out there right now. There's some floor plans I've seen in Florida that build them that way, where the house is almost like an L, and so you take one ranch here and another ranch that comes in and connects here.
You have like a breezeway kind of thing.
It's not even a breezeway. There's like a door off the kitchen on the small unit that goes into the hallway of the big unit. And then you've got this side's got its own garage, and that side you got a 2-car over here and a 1-car over here.
Yeah.
It is an amazing floor plan.
So if I win the lottery someday, I would like something like that where it's a U, and then a breezeway, so you can completely have your privacy.
Yeah.
But it's just you open the door and little ones can run back and forth without.
Well, and you're seeing that with the new term is the barn-dominium. A lot of people are getting the barn-dominium because they want the big, huge garage aspects.
Yeah.
All right. The problem is the municipalities hear barn-dominium and they're shutting them down.
Yeah, which is it's a word.
Yeah.
It's a word.
Else it is it's just
a big open space.
It's a mixed-use space is what it is. So, I mean, it's a custom home is what it is.
Yes.
So, all right, let's hit the break. When we get back after the break, getting ready to buy, let's look at improving your credit scores. Keep it here with Get Real with Eddie.
Consider joining the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner as a realtor. We offer a supportive and collaborative environment for our members and are currently expanding our team. Our focus is on training and education to ensure that our members are equipped with the knowledge and skills necessary to serve their clients successfully. At the Ruettiger Group, we are committed to helping our members develop both professionally and personally. Our ultimate goal is to support our members in achieving their goals and making a positive impact in the real estate industry and in the lives of their clients. Our founder, Eddie, believes in teaching members how to serve their clients, family, and community rather than just generating a commission for the brokerage. He emphasizes the importance of being capable of going out on your own and receiving an amazing return on your value. To learn more about becoming a part of our team, please contact Eddie at the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner. Call Eddie at 815-823-5478. Again, 815-823-5478.
It's Eddie Ruettiger from the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner and Get Real with Eddie. I want to bring to your attention the Herbert Trackman Planetarium at Joliet Junior College. My son loves this. They offer free shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. It's perfect for stargazers. The show provides excellent astronomical instruction and entertainment for no charge. That's right, it is free on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. The planetarium features a 30-foot diameter dome, a new OmniStar digital planetarium projector. During the shows, you can enjoy sky tours using the projector and PowerPoint presentations covering a wide range of astronomical topics. For more information, please visit jjc.edu/planetarium. And for you educators out there, they are open for field trip bookings. So go to jjc.edu/planetarium.
Eddie Ruettiger, a licensed and experienced realtor with 22 years of success in the industry, is the team lead of the Ruettiger Group, associated with Baird Warner. Eddie has assisted innumerable residents of the area in making informed decisions regarding real estate matters. What sets Eddie and his team apart is their personalized approach that prioritizes your needs. They empower you with the right tools, information, and guidance to make the best decisions for you and your family. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in a property, Eddie provides you with the insights and resources to make a sound decision. At the Ruettiger Group, you are always in charge, and your needs are paramount. Eddie's team believes in educating their clients and helping them navigate the complex real estate landscape with ease. So, if you're in need of a reliable, experienced, and trustworthy real estate partner, look no further than Eddie Ruettiger and the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner. Find out more by calling Eddie at 815-823-5478. That's 815-823-LIST, or visit yourdwellings.com.
Stocks may succeed, stocks may fail. Real estate is always there. It's Get Real with Eddie.
All right, so you're looking to buy.
Yeah. And I think we talked about it last week about if you're going to buy 2024, now's the time to start making plans.
Yeah, we did. We talked about getting your team together,
Yep.
finding out who you want for your real estate agent, who you want for your lender, lawyer, because our market, we use lawyers for at the closing table.
Yeah.
Most real estate markets don't. And if you're always wondering, what is escrow? That's California. That's why you see it on TV. So they kind of do it backwards. All right, so the easiest way to explain this is, in Illinois and in our real estate market, you turn around, you make an offer, you buy the house, you do inspections. After everything's done and all the contingencies are cleared, you close on the house. And you own it at the closing table.
Mm-hmm.
California's backwards. Shocking, I know. California, you write the offer, you get it accepted, you close on the house, and then it's in escrow. And that's when all the contingencies have to be cleared, is while it's in the escrow. So that's when you do inspections, that's when you do that, and then you finally get keys after everything's done and out of escrow.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, it's just done differently.
It's a little bit different.
Yeah, it is. It's a different market. And there's some, California's not the only market that does escrow. A lot of markets do close at table, like we do in Illinois.
Yeah.
So a lot of them do it that way. But the first step in all of this is being able to get the loan. So CNBC explains, when it comes to a mortgage, a higher credit score can save you thousands of dollars in the long run. This is because your credit score directly impacts your mortgage rate, which determines the amount of interest you'll pay over the life of the loan.
And it's credit score, but it's not only credit score.
No.
It's your debt.
Mm-hmm.
It's your debt ratio.
Your debt to income ratio, known as DTI. And it's basically how much debt you have on a monthly basis versus how much money you bring in on that monthly basis. Right. According to the Federal Reserve Bank, the median credit score in the U.S. for those taking out a mortgage is 770. But that doesn't mean your credit score has to be perfect. From an article on the Big Business Insider explains, you don't need a perfect credit score to buy a house. aiming to get your credit score in a good range of 60 to 670 to 739 would be a good start to qualify for a mortgage. But if you want to qualify for low rates, try getting the score within a very good range, 740 to 799.
Yep. And that's going to save you the most money.
It's going to save you the most money. FICO says, while many lenders use credit scores like FICO scores to help them make lending decisions, each lender has its own strategy, including the level of risk it finds acceptable. If there is no single cutoff score used by all lenders. Lenders and their main additional factors that lenders use to determine the actual interest rates. So basically, there is no, you've got a 580, you can't get a mortgage. That's not true. You may qualify for a mortgage at 580. You may qualify a mortgage at 560. You're probably going to pay a higher interest rate.
Yep.
You may have to put more money down. You might not have an option of a 3.5% loan. You might have to do 5% or even 10%. Even if FHA, you might have to put 10% down on an FHA loan. But anybody, you can qualify for it. So some of the things that you want to focus on is your payment history. Late payments have a negative impact on your score and drops your score. Even if you can just make the minimum payment, make your minimum payment.
Don't be late.
Don't be late.
Don't be late on things, especially credit cards.
Your debit
Car
amount.
payment.
Yes. Debit amount. When it comes to your available credit, how much of that are you using? So your debt amount is critical in your credit score. And they look at it at percentage points. So like if you have let's say it's $1,000 in, well, 10,000 is easier. We'll do 10,000. You got 10,000 in credit available to you.
Available credit.
If you're using 1,000 of that 10,000, okay, you're using 10%. That's a good number. If you're using 2,000, it's a little higher, still a good number. But guess what? They're going to bring you down a little bit in score. You get over that 25% amount, that's for the first big ding.
Yep.
You get over that 50% amount, now we're getting in some really big dings. So if you got 5,000 in credit, in debt, in your credit,
in debt, 5,000 or 10,000 of available total available credit, but you're running a 5,000 consistent.
Yep.
Now there's a problem.
There's a problem. So
they don't like that.
Credit applications stop. All right. They wonder why, if you're turning around and filing with every single store card to save your $100 during the holiday season, not the greatest aspect.
No.
All right. Now you can bounce back from that by just paying those cards off and not utilizing them.
Leave them open.
Do not close them. Yeah.
Once you have
them open, just leave them open. Just don't use them.
Just don't use them. Put them away in a drawer somewhere.
Yep.
Keep an eye out if there's an annual fee, so you don't get dinged for a late payment if there's an annual fee.
Yep.
But leave them be. Leave them be.
So that is a huge aspect of keeping your credit in a good condition and getting your credit.
Speak to the lender.
I agree.
It's not just credit. It's your ratio, your debt ratio. It's little things on your credit score. Little things that may affect your credit score, like you bought something 15 years ago and let's say you didn't pay it off in time or something happened.
And that's when you really want to talk to the lender, because you may not want to pay that off right away.
Right. So you need to speak to the lender to decide the best way to move forward. Something that you did pay off didn't get credited that you did pay it off. Some
of those ghost payments, as I like to call them, where they are sitting out there for 10 or 15 years, if you were to pay that, then all of a sudden it reflashes as a ding of a non-payment before it gets the payment, and that could bring you down. And if you're close to a closing, this is why you start like we said last week, you need to start having these conversations 12 months out before buying a house. Yes. You need 12 months of talking to a lender, talking to your real estate agent, looking at the market, getting yourself in a position to buy.
Yes.
Timing.
At least 6.
Yeah.
Preferably
12. But timing these things really can be key because you've got so many other factors out there.
Yeah. It could be just little goofy stuff, and you think you're doing the right thing, and you're not talking to the lender, and you're really undercutting yourself. You're cutting your nose off to spite your face because you don't realize what it's going to do.
Because here's the key. Everybody doesn't want to talk to the lender because they're so fearful. Well, if I talk to the lender, they're going to run on my credit. They run my credit score goes down. No, doesn't happen in home mortgages. That's not how this works. That's not how this works.
That is a huge point. It's not how this works.
Your credit score goes down when you're sitting at the little store that just gave you the $50 off for filling out their credit because you apply for their card, you have to put it on their card. The problem is all the credit card scorekeepers go, oh, they want a new card for this store. Okay, well, here's the credit score. They have an inquiry. What they don't have for anywhere for 45 to 60 days is, did they get a card or did they not get a card? How much more credit did they increase their thing? So then they can
put on it.
So they automatically bring you down lower until they get that data reported back to them. Then they will bring you back up 45 to 60 days later. Now, you might not be back up where you originally were at. You may be a little lower, or you may be back up to where you originally were at because your credit history is strong. And maybe they only gave you like $1,000, and in your personal situation, $1,000 limit doesn't make that big of a difference. But mortgages don't work that way. So mortgages don't really bring down your credits. Now, if you went and applied for 6 or 7 different mortgage companies, then they're going to start wondering because that's a lot of mortgages to apply for.
But to shop a lender,
3 or 4.
3 or 4 is perfectly normal and acceptable, and they won't ding you for it.
Absolutely. So, all right, that wraps it up with Get Real with Eddie. Don't forget, check us out online 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at getrealwitheddie.com, focusing on your largest investment, your home.
Thanks for listening to Get Real with Eddie. Eddie Ruettiger is a realtor at Baird Warner in Plainfield, license number 475141896. Managing broker Steve Engel. For more information on your neighborhood, call Eddie at 815-823-5478 or visit yourdwellings.com.